Yeah, man. Andy Slater posted on Instagram that former Canes and Dolphins running back is accused of pointing a gun at a man and demanding his Rolexes and other watches. The passenger in his car allegedly completed the robbery. He going to stay in jail with no bond. That company you keep will have you messed up, man. That company you keep, boy, they'll have you in the middle of all kind of shit, man. God. You remember the last time them NFL boys were robbing people down there in Miami? You know, they was around some people that they probably had no business around. These niggas robbing people and pulling off in Lamborghinis. Like, man, come on, like ain't nobody gonna know that these Lamborghinis speeding down the highway, man. Come on. After the Dolphins had signed Walton in May of 2019, he ended up getting suspended for personal conduct and substance abuse policies. Man, I bet the man up just smoking reefer, probably, man. He probably just smoking reefer. But that right there ends your career when you early. You know what I'm saying? You just getting started and nothing, and you ain't no superstar. You know what I'm saying? I told that man, running back. If I ran an NFL team, I just draft a new running back every 3, 4 years, man. I wouldn't be studying no running back, dog. God damn, I get me a new one every 3, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? He better show his ass so his somebody else can get him and pay him his second contract. Cause I'm gonna get a new one in here next year. Goddamn, I'm gonna run him. Man, they beat them boys the fuck up, man. Especially if you a good one, you gonna have to run that goddamn ball, and they the only players on the field that ain't protected at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move on from that football for right now, cause I know these lords that feel like shit. I'm gonna catch the next story, guys. Word, man. My next story. Man shot and killed his boss and shot accountant before taking his own life at Bird Ridge office complex. Now this is something I know Bacon feel. Man, he went to 3 separate previous employers. So I guess he just went around this office complex getting jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the hell you work at 3 different businesses in the same complex? Goddamn, like you get fired from here, walk right across the corner. Goddamn, here, look, how me here? Police on Wednesday said a day before, a 31-year-old gunman barged into 3 separate businesses, all of which he had worked for at some point, and fired at least 5 shots before taking his life. Jeremy Spicer of Arkansas shot and killed his boss and wounded an accountant. I know there's a lot of people out there who done had that thought in their mind. You know what I'm saying? They get to talking that shit. I know how they can be, man. They get to talking that shit, talking to you like you ain't got they don't got good common sense, and you just thinking to yourself. You just thinking to yourself, you don't know who I am in real life. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn car. Man, goddamn. Like, do you know who you fucking with? Do you really know who you fucking with? Like, I know I walk in this office building and I'm such and such. But the reasonable person will go out there and think about it first. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be like that dude that did that the young thug baby mama go outside and sit for 20 minutes and still want to do it. Most people that got good sense, they have been and let it slide by the time 20 minutes slide by. I believe he had to be out there getting geeked up. Boy, some had to keep fueling his anger. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, 20 minutes is a long time. Yeah, man. By the time 5, 10 minutes would have went by, I'd have been smoked the blunt and been like, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go get some McDonald's, some Ruby Tubes. I'm gonna get something to eat. It's time to eat. Goddamn, but this guy, they say it started around 3 p.m. on Tuesday. He had been working for about a week, and he just got. They say he was about to get fired. They believe. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, but they knew he was finna leave. They don't know whether he was quitting or he was being terminated. They ain't sure. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I guess he quit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. If you got to ask me like that, I believe he quit. You know what I'm saying? Make you for you to take your own life. Well, I think he took it. I think if he didn't have nothing else to do, it was done, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he finna go to get out that shop. A lot of people don't want to go to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to do this shit you want to do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Prison probably stop me from doing a lot of things. You know. Yeah, that was his end game. That was his end game. He was ready to go ahead and do it.
List of the people he gonna go out with.
One dude didn't come to work that day, and he think he was spared because of that. Cause he used to be his boss too, and he went to that building asking for it. But they told him he wasn't there, so he turned around and left. Like, boy, sometimes it pay to be late, guys. Yeah. Sometimes it do pay to be late, cause boy, what his name was, Niccolo. Oh no, that's who he killed, Nikola Miskovich. Oh boy, that them Russians, boy, god damn, he might have just been on some fuck them Russians. I need to know what the other dude was. God, what his name is? Oh, Buddy didn't want to go on camera. Oh shit, babe. What kind of goddamn Breaking Bad shit he got going on? Nigga, somebody came to kill you and you don't want to be on camera. He said he knew almost immediately that hiring old boy was a mistake because he seemed distracted and dismissive. He believes if he would have been at work, he would have been the next target. I believe that too. Yeah. He say he always leaves for the gym about at around 3 o'clock, but on Tuesday he went early. Boy, he felt that shit coming, goddamn. He might have seen, but he ain't gonna tell us that I seen that crazy son, but I walked on out the back door, haul ass. Cause they say somebody called the law as soon as they seen it, so they knew that he wasn't supposed to be there like that. You know what I'm saying? I bet your buddy got there with people not to wonder something. That look like Jeff. Shit, I couldn't get that. No, won't get me. The motel is a popular spot with truckers where he had been. You know what I'm saying? He was staying at the La Quinta Inn while working for the freight company. He was driving trucks, and it's a new opening at that company right now. Hell, it's two of them. Yeah, it's two new openings over there. So if you in the area and you need a job and you know how to drive trucks, hey man, shit, the one that pissed you off ain't that no more. Oh boy, goddamn shit, you can take it. Yeah, man. We're gonna move on to the next story that we got today. Black voters suffer another significant loss in the Supreme Court. The justices are concerned that Wisconsin's legislative maps may give too much political power to black people. So it's never a problem to give too much power to white people. But when you talking about giving too much power to black people, we're gonna have to stop that shit immediately. Yeah. And now they said, goddamn, they want if niggas don't need too much political power. But black people out, they pretty well behaved and they do their thing. And like I said, it's a difference. We got white niggas, black niggas. I done met a Mexican nigga. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like I done met a Mexican nigga and damn. He can't say nigga, but he a nigga. You understand? On Wednesday, as the Senate Judiciary Committee held a hearing on the first black woman nominated to the Supreme Court, the incumbent justices handed down a decision undermining the right of black people to participate equally in America's elections. Man, we've been asking for equality for a very long time. I done told us what we gotta do. You can't ask for nothing. You gotta pay for it. Everything in the United States is for sale. Everything. From laws to politicians to police. Everything's for sale. You got enough money, you can make damn near anything happen what you want to happen. Ask Elon Musk. This motherfucker done flew to the moon. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker built his own spaceship and went to the motherfucking moon. Tell me if you got enough money, you can't do what the fuck you want to do. So instead of us steady asking and we going through these courts, but these courts are ran by people who are either Republican or Democrat. They it's all about that shit there, man. It's all about who is helping the program continue to go along. Right. Until we start being a big contributing factor in the program, yeah, we spend a lot of money, black people. We spend a lot of money in this country. We the most spending money people in the country. We keep the economy going, but we spend the money on bullshit. Right. You know what I'm saying? We spend the money on stuff that don't even matter. If we spent a third of that money on trying to get some political presence, You know what I'm saying? On actually getting the people who we really want elected, getting
Mm-hmm.
them elected. If we did that kind of stuff, then it'd be money well spent. But no, who the hell need 10 pair of Jordan? I'm just curious. I'm just curious, dog. Like, come on, man. Like, I understand that you like flexing or whatever, man. But you can put that money to some much better use. Like, your great grandkids ain't gonna never ever know that you had 10 pair of Jordans. But if you help get a person elected, your great grandkids will know about that because you done started something, and your children will do the same thing. Your children do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of repeatedly going on this process of doing stupid shit, and don't take it the wrong way that I said stupid shit, because if you take a chance and look back at it yourself, you will say it the same way. You know what I'm saying? That money can be spent in so many other ways. I done blowed a lot of money in the last couple of years. I have, but I blow all my money trying to build different businesses. So I ain't mad about it. I'm trying to start generational wealth some type of way using any kind of means I can. That's what I'm about. I don't know what everybody else about, but man, a bird just hit the window. That's nasty. Let me move on and read some more of that thing. That bird told me to hurry up and get out them niggas. But y'all need to, we got to start doing something, man. We got to start really participating in this political process. Just going out there vote. You're voting for people that ain't got your interests at heart. You need to put your own candidate on that ballot. You know what I'm saying? You got to fund your candidate. Just voting for him and getting him in office ain't really doing nothing. You got to give him some money to fight with.
Right.
Everything's about the money, man. Everything is about the money. And if you ain't contributing to neither political party, then your voice ain't really heard. All right, now. The court's decision in Wisconsin Legislative versus Wisconsin Elections Commission strikes down state legislative maps selected by the Wisconsin Supreme Court after the state's Republican legislature and the Democratic governor were unable to agree upon which maps the state should use. The maps that the state court adopted were proposed by Democratic Governor Tony Evers, but Evers was also constrained by criteria laid out by the GOP controlled state Supreme Court that favor Republicans. That's why you got to be in the loop, man. If they want you to vote because they know that you're gonna be voting for them, they fight harder for you. Democrats, man, Democrats just feel like they got black folk. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel like they got to ever do nothing to get black folk. 'Cause they just know black folks are they forms they creatures of habit. You know what I'm saying? I know you done heard all old folks say it was good enough for my mom, good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom loves saying that it was good enough for my people, it's good enough for me. But now, man, when you know better, you're supposed to do better. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that our ancestors did, most of it was for survival only. You know what I'm saying? They did what they had to do to survive. A lot of the stuff they had to die was thinking that your situation was gonna be the same as theirs, so they had you down ways to survive. The whole game to change now, man. If you still stuck on goddamn all this other shit, you gotta get your mind wrapped around the fact that going out there voting and doing all that, that's good. I ain't telling you not to vote. I'm not telling you not to vote. Please go vote. But vote for somebody that means something to you. No, not just somebody who commercial, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who you done help fund that commercial. Man, when you send these people donations, you can call them. You know what I'm saying? Like you can call, when you done send in a donation to your senator, you can pick up the phone and you can call them and tell them the shit that's going on at your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you ain't sending them no money, man, you gonna get put on hold. You know what? Cause when you call in, the secretary gonna refer to you as the donor that such and such and such, or this just a constituent. You know what I'm saying? You can be a constituent if you want to be, but I want to be a donor. You know what I'm saying? I want my phone call answered. I want him to know that he take care of me. I take care of him. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't that everything for sale, like I said, man. If you ain't wrapped your mind around that in America, then you got a long way to go. Everything is for sale. You just got to be a buyer or a seller. One of the two. You got to figure out where you at and do what you got to do. Make this thing work. All right, man. Basically what they're saying in this article, I don't want to read the whole article to
Right.
y'all, but they're saying that the Supreme Court up there, the way Wisconsin got they districts drawn out and everything, which is pretty much now the way most states got them drawn out. They favoring Republicans. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They got most of the Republican votes all in one area, then they put a little small area of Democrats, and then they get another area of Republicans, and that's how they draw the lines and everything. And it's all meant to make sure that most of the black votes get swallowed up by Republican votes. You know what I'm saying? Which, yeah, pretty much, man. But you got the you can't beat them. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who think you can beat them, goddamn, start your own political party and do all this right here, you can't beat them. You just got to play the game the way they got it set up. You know what I'm saying? They have a system set up, man. All you gotta do is take the time out to learn the system. Y'all can learn everything. Like I done seen niggas teach themselves some of the most unbelievable stuff. Just take time, look at their system, figure it out, play the game. It's all a game. The whole world is a game of Monopoly, man. Give and take. Everybody trying to take everything they can get, man. But we're gonna move on because I know that right there is a lot. It's a lot bigger than everything that we can cover. I hope them people up there are able to. Well, shit, man, I ain't gonna do that, man. That shit gonna stay like that forever, probably, dog. Goddamn. But until you able to get the people that you need in office, which gonna take money. People ain't ready to spend that money. All right, our next story, man, it says critics say bill in Georgia House could lead to jail overcrowd. Now, y'all know this song. We need to be very concerned about the black people because if jail finna be overcrowded, it's more than likely gonna be overcrowded with our ass. They say a bill making its way through the Georgia legislature has some members of law enforcement worried. They want to make it where you gotta only have cash bonds. Now you won't be able to do property bonds for felonies. Property bonds will only be for misdemeanors now. Anything else. And all it is, man, if you ask me, all it is the government know, goddamn, when you put up that property bond, after the dude go to court, we get that property back. But most of the time, you ain't gonna get your money back from a goddamn cash bond. You just done paid that money and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So they just trying to get the money. You know what I'm saying?
Be smooth with it.
Yeah, man, be smooth with it, man. But they say it's usually this is just something we need to keep an eye on, man, because anytime they start making new laws dealing with jails and everything, you got to think they trying to lock some more people up. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking that's their own way of population control, goddamn. We just keep niggas locked up, it'll slow the population up, goddamn. Because I mean, it's so many people in prison right now, man. We put the most people in prison in the whole world, dog. Like us in America, we put more people in prison than the whole rest of the world. Like, but if you know American history, we started off with number criminals and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the people especially if you're one of the ancestors for the people that just came on like the Mayflowers and shit like that, right? Y'all people was the worst people in England. They didn't send they good people over here. They sent some of the worst motherfuckers. They let people out of prison and send them over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? God damn, oh, I'm gonna leave that alone right now, man. I'm trying to get monetized. I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna leave that alone.
And it's 6,899,000 adults under correctional supervision right now.
God damn, that's a lot. That's a lot, but
You're grown.
yeah, man, they steady trying to get bigger, man. Speaking of, yeah, it's probably way bigger now. Speaking of these police, man, state lawmakers are also. This is my, you know what I'm saying. I'm just talking about laws and stuff in this section right here. State lawmakers line up behind bipartisan plan to compensate police suicide survivors. Now, just not even going into the story, you mean to tell me that just cause you a police, if you commit suicide, now your family can still get the money Well, anywhere else, anybody else on any other job,
You cancel
if
that.
you commit suicide, don't nobody get nothing. You know what I'm saying? But because you chose not, they act like people make them become police. They act like goddamn they get snatched up out the classroom in 10th grade and motherfucker they be like, you gonna be police. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, y'all go in there and willingly fill out the application, go to the training. You do this willingly, like you're willingly taking this job, and then you act like you're oh so stressed. Like you can quit too. You know what I'm saying? Like that. They act like you can't quit or nothing, man. Like if the job is too stressful for you, don't take it out on people on the street. Quit. Go find you another job, man. It's all right. But you don't want to find another job because it's the easiest job in the world where you can make that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, have that kind of protection. It's the easiest job in the world, man. Only thing you have to do to be a police is make it to 18 with no charges. As long as you ain't got no criminal record by the time you 18, you can walk right up to the sheriff department and become a goddamn deputy. You ain't got to been and did shit else. You ain't got to been and did. That's the only job in the world where you need no qualifications but just be 18. That's it. So most of these people now to be a detective and stuff, most of the time you've been and did a little schooling and stuff by the time you get there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about the guys riding around in cars terrorizing people. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people I'm talking about now. Those guys that's riding around terrorizing people. Most of the time they didn't make the best grades. You know what I'm saying? Man, they got picked on. Even if you didn't get picked on, you didn't make the best grades because if you did, you wouldn't ended up in the patrol car. Goddamn police officers, people who become police that were intelligent in school never ride in the patrol car. They start off in the office. You know what I'm saying? I know a guy right now who worked for a police office, who worked for a sheriff department, and he's never been in a patrol car. All his jobs have always been inside the office because he went to college first. You know what I'm saying? And then he chose law enforcement as a career, not just went there because I got no other qualifications and dad said go on over to the police department. You know what I'm saying? Nah, to the story, I just don't got now. I think if we gonna pass this bill for they people to get paid, I just feel like everybody ought to get paid when somebody they cause when somebody commits suicide, it ain't like the family goddamn did it to them. You know, we still so we got to bury him. We got to do all we still in the same mourning as if he had died any other kind of way. We still in the same mourning. So I know y'all taking that into account with them. Why you ain't gonna take that into account with everybody? Like, if y'all gonna pass it for them, y'all should make insurance companies everywhere do the same thing. Now, if dude go and get a $10 million life insurance policy and shoot himself in the head the first day that the motherfucker ready, yeah, that get cut down. You know what I'm saying? If it looked like some fraud where he did it intentionally to try to goddamn go out with a bang and leave, nah, we'll break that down and goddamn give you back the money that he done paid in. It got to be a certain period of time behind that thing. You know what I'm saying? But you giving these guys like, man, if your job is so stressful that you want to kill yourself, man, leave. Just leave. Ain't nobody making you stay no police. That they call it a blue life. It really ain't, man. You can take that uniform off and give it to them. They'll take it back. They gonna beg you to stay. They gonna beg you to stay. Just like how when my old lady quit, they beg her to stay. They gonna be like, why you leaving and all that. Tell them folks you stressing. If they let you stay after that, sue the fuck out of them. And you'll still get your money. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you can go get you another job making that same money, especially once you've been in police. Everybody let you do security for the high. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can work for yourself and get it done, but you ain't got to be out here stressed out to where we need to make a whole law saying that if y'all kill yourself, we gonna goddamn still get y'all survivors. Like, to me, that's promoting police suicide. Cause the dude might not have did it knowing that he was gonna leave his family fucked up. But now that he know his family gonna be straight, fuck it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, you promoting police suicide. If I was one of the people, if I was a family member, I wouldn't want this law passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't tell my people that it's okay for them to commit suicide. Y'all gonna take care of everything. No, don't tell them that. They're gonna get these folks $150,000 in state benefit within 30 days of their last day of employment. That's more insurance than most niggas got. $150,000.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That man, you go ahead and get a nigga a little $7,000 funeral, goddamn. You got 143,000 to keep your family on track, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, I think everybody should be capped out at that. If you commit suicide, no matter how much insurance you had, say you had $10 million worth of insurance, and you commit suicide, your folk get 150,000.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Like that seems like it's more logical. I like, man, these folks can quit.
Like
Like,
they're telling them as soon as they fall into depression and think that they can't make the way for their family, they can just kill themselves and everything will be better. And that's fucked up.
that's a fucked up message, man. That's a fucked up message. That's the stuff that I'm telling y'all, man. We got to be more involved, man, because this the kind of stuff that's going on up there at the state legislature. This the stuff they vote on, man. Now we're gonna end the story talking about black people and reparations. You know, they've been talking about reparations for a long time.
Right.
I think this is a pretty interesting story that I ran across. It says the U.S. is moving closer to compensating blacks for generations of racism. That's something I don't believe, but we shall continue.
Right.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma, not even Martin Luther King gets south of the tracks. The north side of town encompasses the predominantly black low income neighborhoods, and Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard run right through it. On the other side of the tracks, literally, neighborhoods become affluent, overwhelmingly white, and Martin Luther King Boulevard is called Cincinnati Avenue. As soon as they cross the track, it's merely a change in street name, but it says a lot. The message in that is that whites aren't going to give praise to a man who promoted justice for all, but especially for blacks, says 55-year-old Cleo Harris, a fourth generation Tulsan who owns and operates a store near MLK. But even more so, she believes the declination is a way for whites to tell blacks, you still not wanted on our side of the track. And they make that apparently clear. Now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate now. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Now, the black folks got this side of the track. The white folks got that side of the track.
Right.
So good contractors won't come on this side of the track. So we can build some nice looking houses. We can build some nice looking stuff. I'm just asking. I don't know.
You know, they probably could then.
I don't know. Like, uh, it, like I said, I'm being devil's advocate. I don't really know the situation up there, but I mean, y'all got a whole side of the track. You know what
Well,
I'm
they
saying?
do that. That side of the track gonna go up.
I mean, that's cause you pay for living in nice areas. You know what I'm saying? Like either you want to stay in the hood
Yeah.
or you don't want to stay in the hood. If you want to stay in the hood, don't complain about it being in the hood. If you want to live in a nice area, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I, I'm sure them folks would rather them folks have a nice looking area over there. You know, like I don't know. Like I said, I'm not from there. I ain't even read the rest of the story, but I don't believe that if them folk built up that shit like they say it used to be, I don't think nobody coming to burn it down now. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like right now, I think everybody in Tulsa can buy pistols. I think the black people, the white people, Chinese. I know it got to be some Mexicans there. They everywhere. I, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like it just seems like man, we be looking for every excuse, man. Like, it, yeah, they burnt down Black Wall Street. What 50, 60, yeah, 1921? I guess. So shit, that's about 100 years ago. They burnt down Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
It took them 2 years to build a Black Wall Street in Atlanta. Like,
Been there.
like I don't know for a fact now. Like I say, I don't know whether Whether they got it set up in Tulsa, whether you're on that side of the track, you can't get building permits. Like, and if that's the case, I think they need to be screaming more about those kind of things that they want to allow them to come up. But man, if I mean, like you can't have it one way and then complain about it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like a lot of the reason why we don't go for no further than what we is, cause we too busy wanting to complain and waiting for somebody else to fix it for us, man. Ain't nobody gonna fix this shit for us, man. Ain't nobody gonna fix this shit for us, cause it ain't advantageous to nobody else for them to fix it for us. The only people it's advantageous to is us. For us to fix this shit and shit, we get some money. We don't want to put that money to that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to. Kanye got $1 billion, man, and Kanye back in the day was all about George Bush don't care nothing about black people and all that right there. But shit, Kanye, like, man, where your care for black people at? What school you done funded, man? Like, we got a big talk. We gotta
Right.
tell me what candidate other than Trump you done endorsed, and you ain't give Trump no money. You were just up there wearing the hat and carrying on and shit, like being a guy up there, man. I got too much respect for you to goddamn do it like that, but it's just man, like what are we really doing? What are we really doing? Are we still them same minstrels walking around acting like puppets doing what they want us to do, buying all this liquor, buying all these designer clothes and
Right.
like it's a kid right now walking around with a $300 shirt on. Like what the fuck for?
Why?
Why? Why?
They need taken off
And he
everywhere.
and he can't even goddamn spell what the shit really say. Goddamn, he can't spell Balenciaga if you goddamn take it away from him. He can't spell it. Goddamn, but you goddamn, you more concerned about this shit. Goddamn, you more concerned about the outside appearance instead of what you putting in it. You know what I'm saying? You got to put something in him before you put it on the outside, huh? And we got to do something together, man. We can't. One person ain't gonna be able to do it. Goddamn. Nah. We know, but I think I talked to Bay and Gutter a while back about the Homestead Act of 1862. That's when they gave 160 acres of free land to 1.5 million white folk.
Mm.
Yeah, man, they did that. They did that. They were bold to give up the 40 acres and the mule. You know what I'm saying? But they got down. They never did. They never did do that. And that's just facts. Now, I don't want no mule. I take if you give me 40 acres on a tractor, now we gonna update that thing. You know what I'm saying? But and it ain't they act like it's black people fault that they waited so late to try to take care of. They be like, we don't know who ought to pay now. It ain't our fault. Now you just got to pay everybody. Man, y'all just sent $13.9 billion to Ukraine. You
No
take
question asked.
you take that $14 billion and you send all just send a check to every nigga. Got them break $14 billion down and send a check to every nigga.
Stimulus check, so you got everybody.
Send a check there, and niggas will forgive you. Yeah, man, you ain't even got to get it, man. You thinking y'all got to pay a nigga $100,000? You ain't got to get no nigga $100,000, man. All you got to do is give a nigga $1,000, $2,000, man. Nigga be happy down a mother. You saw them stimulus checks. It don't take a lot to make niggas happy. You understand? But go ahead and make the effort so we can squash this thing. White folk can stop feeling the shame behind it. Black folks can stop feeling the animosity behind it. Just break them off, man. Just break them off. It's easy. It's easy. Goddamn. The next time y'all got a budget thing, no, ain't no need to keep carrying this thing going. I'm tired of the tension myself.
Right.
I'm tired of the tension.
Right.
Just goddamn, go ahead and break us off by 15 billion. I done went up a billion.
Yeah.
By 15 billion. Break that off into every black people, all the black people in America. Whatever the motherfucking number is, nigga, goddamn, everybody get that, man. Goddamn, and I promise you they'll be happy in a motherfucker. Shit, you gonna get the money back. A lot of them going to prison behind it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get the money back. Goddamn, if they ain't going to prison, they ain't gonna be listening to me. They gonna buy Jordans. They gonna goddamn buy all the stuff. The economy gonna get you. The United States gonna get that money right back for the most part. Now you gonna put a few people on. No, and a lot of people gonna take advantage of it too. But you'll still get your money back. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Just put that right there in the news, man. You got something to say to the people before we get out of here today.
Have a good day. Stay
It's motherfucking Thursday. Go to what you got going on, girl.
No, but man, they gonna be chilling.
All right, man. You got something to say to the people?
No, man. Enjoy y'all Thursday.
All right, man. Y'all heard me. Y'all heard Gutter. Y'all heard D Love. We're going to get up out of here. We hope y'all enjoyed. Y'all take care. Good day. I'm